Hey everybody, Neil here. Welcome back to the Weekly Source, our Eclipse edition. So we've got another special guest with us today, Mark Rieder, the head of innovation at NFP. Mark, welcome to the Weekly Source.
Thanks for having me, Neil.
Yeah, glad to have you. You're going to be speaking, obviously, the last day of the conference, so
That's
we're
right.
pumped for that. But for those watching at home, head of innovation, I guess, what does that really entail?
Yeah, so head of innovation is a role I took on about 8-9 months ago. Innovation as a whole, the initiative at NFP, we launched it about 2 years ago. And really, the purpose of innovation is to be a guide to help push the envelope internally, helping the company to rethink the way we do business, rethink the way we interact with our customers, with ourselves, with our employees, and to really just help to move the needle. Move the needle forward as an organization and take advantage of the tools and resources that are coming to market.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, and it's something we've obviously had topics on it during the conference. We were hearing more and more about the influx of innovation. I mean, where do you see the driving forces, I guess, of innovation being front and center now?
Yeah, so it's the word that everybody talks about, right? Every
Yeah.
conference has innovation out there, but when you peel it back, you can't just go to the C-suite and say, hey, we need to innovate just because.
Sure.
There has to be something behind that, and there's a number of things. I think if we sat here and whiteboarded, we could come up with a number of different reasons why and ideas, but I would boil it down to two major things that we like to point to. One is advancements in technology, because innovation is not technology. It helps fuel it, but
Sure.
Innovation is really ideation and rethinking the way things are done.
Definitely.
Technology is helping to provide better ways to accomplish your goals, as well as demographics. And when we boil down the advancements of technology, we look at three buckets. So it's the way data is gathered, the way it's stored, and the way it's acted upon. And that's really, when you think about it, that is the Internet of Things.
Yeah.
That's things like blockchain, and then that's things like AI, machine learning.
Yeah, which just got out of a session. They were talking about that. So how, if everyone's talking about it, everyone's trying to innovate, how at NFP are you guys kind of staying ahead, staying competitive with innovation?
Yeah, so I think our initial, entree into the innovation space was really around doing the research. So we established an innovation lab. It's not full of data scientists. We're not building product, but we're doing research. We're trying to understand the tools and resources and solutions that are coming to market, the innovators that are out there touching our property and casualty world, our employee benefits world, our retirement world, and making sure that we've sourced that information and we are taking that information forward and educating our advisors, and then them educating their customers on what's happening. This last year, though, we realized that just building a database really isn't enough.
Sure.
What we really need to do is infuse innovation into our culture and allow our employees to realize that it is okay to step outside of the normal box and to bring new solutions, because that's how things are going to get accomplished.
Definitely.
So kind of right now, it's a dual purpose. Part of it's research, part of it's the employees. And really, when we look at our ecosystem, the other part is employer groups. Our clients need to realize that as consultants, we can't do it by ourselves.
Sure.
These startups that we're seeing every day, they can't do it by themselves. The employers have to be involved.
And they have to be educated to be able to use that technology that you're working to innovate and drive things forward.
For sure. Absolutely.
So, themes in the lab. What's got you most excited? Things that you guys are either seeing or being implemented today?
Yeah, I think areas we're keyed in on chronic disease management. If we're talking about employee benefits, which is most relevant to the PlanSource space here, chronic disease management, and it's utilizing the Internet of Things. It's wearable devices, it's Bluetooth and technology that's allowing diabetes management to be done more effectively and to actually meet the employee or the participant where they are when they're in the midst of having a high blood sugar event. I think that's one of the areas that we're really focused on. The other is genomics. I don't think it's what might have been seen 5-10 years ago being really creepy.
Sure.
That's not the case anymore.
Yeah.
That's part of the 23andMe has really done a great job of taking, commercializing that and bringing it back into your ancestry. But and that's one of the things we look for in platforms. If it is something completely different than what's happening in a personal life, the likelihood of that catching on is probably limited.
Sure.
If employees or individuals have adopted that kind of technology already in their personal lives, then you're more likely going to be able to bring that through. So in the genomic space, we're seeing a real focus in on identifying, cancer early. We're seeing the ability to hone in on better specialty drugs and not have to go through that phase of trying a drug and finding it didn't work and the potential reaction to that. So those are two areas that we're really excited about and
Very
seeing
cool.
some impact.
Love it, yeah, and stuff that hopefully can be implemented more and more as we move forward, so.
For sure.
Love
for
it.
sure.
Well, last question, more of a fun one. I know Philadelphia, you're an Eagles fan, so am I.
Yeah,
So
yes.
predictions for this year. We're 2 years removed from a Super Bowl, first Super Bowl in franchise
Yeah,
history.
I mean,
So
listen, I love Nick Foles, but I had to go with the Wentz train.
Sure.
I do believe that Carson's going to take us to the promised land. I'm looking. It's a tough schedule.
yes,
Let's say we're looking at 11-5, heading into the playoffs with some good momentum.
I like
taking
it.
all the way to Super Bowl.
as long as he stays healthy, I think we're good.
Yeah,
Love it. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, I'm with
Go
you.
Birds.
So go Birds. Thanks so much, Mark. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Neil.
Yeah,
Appreciate
see
the
ya.
time.
Thanks, guys.